Today we're going to be looking at the Scalable Stream AP automation tool. On screen now is our login page, and you can log in 3 different ways. You can either log in manually, you can log in with a Microsoft Office 365 option, or you can log in with Google, depending on how your company is set up. We're going to log in with our manual option, and we will be brought to our home dashboard. And on the dashboard, see all of the invoices that we have. So we have invoices to look through. 3 are waiting on us to process them. 2 have been sent over to the approver for approval, and 0 have been rejected for us to fix. Also here on the dashboard, we're able to see, processing status for mailed invoices, and we can change filters on this. If we want to look at manual invoice instead, we can. If we want to look over the course of a month instead of a week, we can change that. We can look at different integration statuses, posted statuses, and all of these other information based on what we're looking for at the time. So there are 2 different ways that invoices can come into Stream. First, we can have them sent in to your AP inbox. So we're going to have one here sending over right now. So we're going to be looking for ERC wipes. We'll go in and look at our invoices to process. The last one here is number 14, just for information. Now, let's say that your vendors are not sending it to a bulk AP inbox. Instead, they send it over to an AP user. That AP user can download the PDF of the invoice, and they can go over here to invoice and click upload invoice. And from here, they can either drag and drop if they have the file open on their computer, or they can browse for files and pull open the ERC wipes PDF. Once they're done, they can hit process, and it'll start to go, and the system will capture all the information and load it into Stream. Let's go back to our dashboard, and we see now we have 4 invoices to process. So the one that we've just sent in through email is already in. We go over to the invoice. Looks like it's still processing, but invoice number 15 has come in. Let's click on it in invoice number 15 just so we can get in and start working on it. So here it is coming from ERC wiping products. All of the information has actually come over. So we have our company information, who they're sending it to if we have multiple entities, which address it's being sent to, who the vendor is and their address information, the invoice number that has come over. And the great thing about Stream is we're able to see a PDF and an image of the PDF right here alongside all of the information that we're trying to enter. So we're able to see that there's one line on this invoice, and as we scroll down, there's one line on the invoice as it's come over into Stream. This all looks good, and I'm going to hit process, and we're going to see that we have actually duplicate identifications. We're going to click process, and the system says this invoice already exists. It's a duplicate. So we need to make this a unique number. So I'm going to add today's date on the end of it, 11/17/20, just so that it'll be a unique number. Another thing that we do is we need to enter a PO number. So I'm going to add in PO 279. And as you can see, it actually brings me up a dropdown based on the vendor and the invoices that have been brought over from your Netsuite system. So we're going to use PO 279. And we have item ID SW4PK. And then that will also link up with our Netsuite item system. So we're going to process, and this will be sent off for approval. And this one also exists. So we're going to do a -2 just to make sure that it's actually unique. And now it's been sent off for approval. So we'll log out and we'll go back in as the approver. And the approver screen looks a little bit different. Their pending invoices are invoices that are waiting on them to approve. They can also see anything that they have approved or rejected, so that in case they wanted to make sure that it's an ordinary invoice, or if it looks a little bit off, they're able to go back in and see things that have happened in the past. So we'll go into our pending invoices, and here's invoice number 15 that we've just been working on. And the invoice approver is also able to take a look at the visual of the PDF. So they're able to, fully say, yes, this is exactly what is on the PDF. This is what we actually got invoiced for. This is actually what we got. And so now I'm going to approve. Once it's approved, it'll start the sync over to NetSuite. And so I'm going to log out and we'll go back in as the original user. I'm just going to click over here to our All Invoices tab. And here's invoice number 15. And we're able to see it did in fact get routed. So that was our approval routing. It did integrate over. It hasn't posted yet. We can have it set up for an automatic posting, or it can be set into like a pending approval if you wanted to do a final approval once it gets into NetSuite. And then we have the different information here. So we can actually click in from this 224 and we'll go directly to that invoice. If we wanted to look at the purchase order, here it is. Let's refresh the purchase order just so we can see the new invoice has come through. And in our related records, we're able to see 111720-2 has come over. And if we click here, we can actually bring it up 111720-2 in our NetSuite system directly. We'll refresh the status just because I'm pretty sure that this one did get posted. And in fact, it did get posted and it is in open status. So that's looking good. That's exactly what we see when we come over here to NetSuite. It was a little bit of a delay. Stream is able to get the information in, but we're also able to see the memo is invoice 15 from Stream. If we wanted to take a look at the PDF, we're able to get that as well in this invoice URL field. The reference number is going to be our bill number and our transaction number is 224 as we see it in Stream. So we're able to see all of this information, and let's make a payment just on this bill so we can see how quickly Stream will actually be updated with bill payments. So we're just going to pay just this one. Looks good. And save real quick. All right, payment is done. We're going to refresh our statuses. And immediately, Stream is able to say, this invoice is now paid in full. And you're ready to go. So you're able to manage the entire process from this all invoices screen. You're able to see different information if you wanted to. So you can see what the processing status is, the approval status. If there's any errors in the integration, they will be linked there. And we're able to see the headline information over here on this side. We can also filter out the columns if we wanted to see less or more information. But this is a great way to manage the entire process from the time that it gets sent over until it goes into your system, and then follow it even after that until it gets paid and it's fully closed out. Thank you, and have a good day.